In Scotland, where there's very little appetite to follow the rest of the UK out of the EU, talk of independence has returned. Adam Davidson sells furniture imported from Denmark. He's among the independence-minded Scots who believe the question is not if, but when.
It's inevitable that there'll be another referendum. When that will be is very much open to discussion. Once the general public understand the implications of no longer being part of the EU, it could be simple as trying to go on holiday. For myself, personally, everything we sell is imported from Denmark, so if we end up seeing increased costs, increased paperwork, increased admin, it's just going to make life harder.
Britain's impending exit from the European Union has changed profoundly the independence calculus here in Scotland. In 2014, many Scots voted to remain part of the UK, largely because they wanted to remain part of the EU. Now, Scotland faces being taken out of the EU anyway. So the potential for a renewed drive towards independence is clearly there.
For now, though, the Scottish Government, with its new draft legislation, may feel there's more to be gained by threatening a second independence referendum rather than actually holding one.
The particular reason for coming out with this now is to, I think, put some pressure on the UK Government to take account of the very different voting position that the Scottish electorate had with a 62% Remain vote. The main aim is access to the single market in a very similar way to they're discussing special arrangements for access to the City of London.
Failing which, it may be a very different Scotland that goes to the polls for a second time, one in which even traditionally pro-union younger voters decide it's time to leave the UK.
In the last independence referendum, you voted no. This time, will you change your mind?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I just feel like Scotland's really outspoken by England, and I feel like the majority of us voted to stay within the EU, and because England voted to go, we just have to go along with them. It seems wrong.
Camped out since the 2014 referendum on the lawn in front of the Scottish Parliament, activists demanding Indie Ref 2 will have to wait a while longer. The honking hasn't started quite yet. Jonah Hull, Al Jazeera, Edinburgh.